Okay guys, welcome back to another stream. Hope you're all having a good day today. Right, yeah, we are back to Bahrain. I do want to try and rebuild some Dior that I lost on Laguna Seca yesterday. So yeah, let's try Bahrain again. Hopefully I will be at least in with a show of a win. So welcome back, whether you're on YouTube or Twitch. I hope you do enjoy what I do. Don't take this too seriously, obviously, but I do appreciate the subscribes and follows. So, right, let's find a practice session to get into. Yeah, actually, one thing before we actually do, I am hoping that stream actually looks a little better, as I have gone into the graphics settings and I was actually looking for something else, but we now have FSR on for upscaling. I'm hoping it's not going to have any major effect on the image quality for you guys. But if there are any issues, be sure to let me know. I can always change this back to what it was on. Um, Sharpness, yeah, I brought down from 100% to 65. So I don't know just yet what that actually does, but yeah. Um, I am also going to be keeping an eye on my FPS counter and how the game actually feels to me, to see if it's creating or solving stuttering. I do get how you doing, Bren? I do get the odd stutter here and there, so hopefully this will help. But I am no tech bro, as you know, Bren. Okay, let's did you do any racing last night on Spa? What did you do? I know you were planning on doing Spa, but did you even attempt it, Bren? Gonna go 51 as usual. So while you're sitting there, Bren, does the stream look cleaner to you? Seeing as I've switched on that FSR. Oh, is this a? I actually want to go into standard practice. Right. We'll get this car set up again. Wheel is on. Okay. Alright, we were in a standard practice, but yeah. Was not expecting to see that time up there. I am registered, am I? Okay, it's not loading us a car. Here we go again. Full version of the game, guys. Full version. Right. Is the game gonna load as a car this time? Come on. Yes. Okay, here we go. Fuel out. And we'll go with that. Right, let's go. Oh, wow. This event is not far away anyway, but let's get a little bit of practice in here. I was just about I was just about to say on approach to that corner, let's get on top of our braking straight away. was was that Alfie? Was that Alfie? Was it? I locked up going in there, buddy. I was just about to say, let's get on top of our braking straight away, and oh, it wasn't you. Yet, Bren was blaming you on that one straight away. The accusations are flying. Gobbo. Yeah, there's only two guys in here whose names I recognise, and that is Gobbo and Huckstra. Right, let's get the car set up anyway. How are you guys doing today? Oh, and this guy, Hughes Lamilton. I've raced him before. Trying to remember whether it went well or badly with that guy. Alabama, actually, I recognise as well. Right, let's have a look at somebody out on track. We'll have a look at Jovan. It was a bit of a weird glitch out there, wasn't it? He went from solid to the transparent car mid-turn there from the looks of it. Yeah, I've only had one win on this track this week, and it was on Friday. First race back after not being around on Thursday. Pretty shocking to have a win again. I do want to see what his first sector is going to be like. You're turning into a conspiracy nut there, buddy. You really are. before 9. I know what you're getting at. Right. Anything else you want me to try out today, Alfie, by the way? Or are you happy with what you've seen so far? Why did they change it to starting in the pit lanes? I. Well, what exactly have they done in the pit lanes? Because, like, I don't really start in the pit lane, so I've no real idea what you're talking about there, buddy. They changed it to starting in the pits. Whoop. Oh, you mean the way it sort of pushes us out at an angle? Oh, it's to do with the American track pack, I believe. Because of the way Daytona and Laguna Seca are designed. Pretty sure I heard something that's part of the reason behind it. Don't know whether it's the full reason, but yeah, it has a few tenths and everything, yeah. No. Turned around just a tad early there, coming off that curb. I do like to use that curb for rotation, but yeah, just overcooked it there. Yeah, pretty much, bud. Yeah, you can blame America for this, yeah. Okay, that lap was starting to look okay, actually, until we messed up. should be on the way to a 55 at worst anyway. And I overcooked it. What was I saying?
Lap 156.86.
Gotta cut out the mistakes on this last attempt. My reaction says it all. Yep. Really nice job, Alfie, yeah. Really nice job of messing up quali. Doesn't really matter where I'm going to start in this one. I know once I'm out on track with the other cars around, I will definitely be a little bit more focused. Where am I starting? Where am I going to start? It's way down. Not that many in the 55s, which is where I really should have been at worst. But yeah.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
I did all that typing and it didn't even fucking write it in. Holy shit. We got enough fuel. Yeah, a little too much. There we go. Oh, what the hell. Starting 16th. Only good thing about this is I should be able to avoid a lot of the carnage. Because I am expecting some.
Formation lap has started.
I obviously know nothing about that game, Alfie. You're talking about Satisfactory there. So what is it? What's the idea of the game? You build your factory, fill it up with goods, and then try and empty it as quick as possible. Do explain. Space elevator.
Green flag, green flag.
Okay, green, green, green. Here we go. There, we made up 2 places, possibly 3. That was not ideal. I really did come so close to whacking into the back of Lenschkoff there. Really did my best to avoid Lenschkoff there. I picked the wrong way. Just picked the wrong way. You don't. You never know. If it pops into me head, Alfie, I might YouTube the gameplay on it. Doesn't sound like my type of game anyway, but you do have me curiosity piqued. No. Tried to hang it there, and I really I too much throttle down to hang it in there. I've cooked at least one of the tires. Not as bad as I expected, but got some work to do to get anywhere even near the top 10 at the minute. One guy in the barrier, only 6 more places to go to get a top 10. I have not started the day particularly good. I don't need to put in amazing laps, I don't think. I just need to put in really consistent ones. Take my opportunities when they arise. Like here. Alright, come here, Hoekstra. There's 2 places gifted to me there. Get in, come on. Get in. Nice little overtake there. I have flat spotted the tyres a little bit, so I'm not quite got the grip I want, but we're making do with it at the minute. Gonna be hard to catch the guys in front though. That's a pretty big train in front of me all the same. Giving me hope there's gonna be a few more incidents. That gap to Esterhausen is coming down pretty sharpish. Or at least it was. least we're on the hunt now at the minute. Hey, Crave, how you doing, bud? Yeah, quali for this race, disaster. I did try and avoid one guy, but I picked the wrong way to go, so then I made a big boo-boo myself. I only qualified 16th for this, Crave. I'm messing up all over the place. Yeah, at least there's a bit of a race on, even though it's definitely not where I want to be. Yeah, I spun myself out going through there. Trying to hang a wide around hanging around this guy, but I kept way too much throttle in, and yeah, killed myself. That was a bit too close for fucking comfort there. What are you pushing me for, man? He was actually trying to push me over the track. I am definitely gonna go for a bomb here. He will go for a bomb. Okay, we're pulling away from him a little bit now. In fairness, guys, I thought I was pretty fair with him, so I was really not expecting him to be trying to shove me down this straight. That last lap, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Last time was a 1:56.87.
I really cannot see myself actually getting into the top 10 without somebody else either binning it or being binned. I am catching up to this battle, but there's only 2 laps to go. No way I'm making up that time in 2 laps. Can't see it.
That time was a 1:56.07.
We did take off over second that last lap though. Gap is seriously coming down, isn't it? Yeah, he was stronger than me on that last turn that time.
Lap 1:56.10.
They are battling though. They are battling. Something could happen here. Ho ho ho! Don't know what happened back there, but all of a sudden I'm back in the top 10. Obviously, two people and died in that collision. So you know what? I think I ended up as low as 17th anyway. Um, I know a few of those places were gifted, but I did make one or two overtakes. Was it lap one where we had that incident with what's his name? Um, Passage? No, Lenchkov. Yeah, I think it was lap one actually. I think this is it here. Yeah, he absolutely locked it. I don't know, guys. I opted to go to the right, but what would you guys have done in this situation? Would you have tried to go around the right hand side of him, or was it still going to be a collision one way or the other? What do you think? Let's watch it in chase cam. That might help us decide just a little bit better. You haven't used that one for a while, Alfie. True, it wouldn't have happened if I was at Monza. I don't know, guys. What do you think? Would it have been a collision anyway? I think it might have been. Um, but would you guys have slammed on, tried to duck in to the left, or did what I did? Just drive straight into. Same result, yeah. There would have been a bit of collision. I think had I ducked inside, maybe, because I'd have had to more than overslow to duck into his inside. Probably would have got hit on the exit, on the way out. So it could have ended up worse, actually. I don't know. It's a tough one, that. They still haven't fixed this bug. Holy shit. Still, I'm happy enough with the drive, for the most part on the way back. Like, I was even saying myself, I didn't have to hit particularly really fast laps. I knew there were going to be a few incidents, so a good steady pace. Just get on to the end of a few people and try and force them into mistakes, which I did. Yeah, so I think I at least deserve to get back into the top 10, considering where I ended up. So, good drive. Alfie, you're the tech expert as far as I'm concerned. Should I or should I not um use this FSR? One thing I did notice in that race, like every so often I was looking up at my FPS counter. Um, the frame rates were lower than like my monitor's 240, and it can hit the 236 limit I have on it. But I also noticed that I get a lot more stutters, um, and the frame rates are a hell of a lot more unpredictable. But they actually did seem to stabilize with this on. So that's why I'm curious as to what your opinion is, Alfie. I know you're more into this sort of stuff than I am. Yeah, I used like I've only got two settings. I've got the FSR or the bilinear that I used to have, but I did notice I was getting a lot more stuttering. Um, Not that many actually. Visible cars. Where is it? 15. So not that many. I know some people recommend 13 and what have you, but 15 really shouldn't be killing the FPS that much. Vehicle occlusion culling to off. Okay, have that off. What does that do, Alfie? Um, I I know what it says it does, but when it comes to PC speak, yeah. Do forgive me, guys. I just need to write a message on Discord while we are sitting here waiting for this race. Glasses. Basically, imagine you were driving down to T1 at Monza. Someone is sat in the pit lane, right? Okay. Hidden by the pit wall, so it won't render that car in because you can't see it, right? So it takes a bit of stress off the system, then, basically, is it? It's not going to render stuff you don't actually need to see, basically, is it? Oh, when you had it on, it was giving you stutters. Right, okay. That's what I'm trying to get rid of. Right. Not exactly the best of quality from me for that last race. I do intend to improve my qualifying position this time though, by just making less mistakes. Like having that on as well, Alfie, another question. Um, would that create a little bit of low level flickering as well? Because it's trying to render stuff in the background. Hey, Shanky. I started 16th, but because my qualifying was disastrous. But I came back and finished ninth. You win that race, were you? Just dropped in. Yeah, no, quali wasn't great, but I was making my way through the field on the first lap, and just ended up guy in front of me locked up. I decided to try and go out to the right hand side of him, but he was he was on the brake now. In fairness, but he still came out further. I got shoved off track. I made one major mistake myself. I lost the positions I had actually regained, and then had to regain them all again. So not too bad in the end. Ninth, because it was rendering in cars. Yeah. Alright, cool, buddy. Um, so what rig are you setting up? I always ask people this because I'm always curious as to what they sit in, what wheel they have, what base, all of that good stuff. Let's go for a minute. I've only got the GT Omega ART, to be honest. I used to run this game on Ultra Alfie. It's just crappy optimization, yeah. Yeah, well, I've only got the ART rig, which is fine. And there is a little bit of flex out of it, especially with this new wheelbase, because it's 18 fucking Newton meters. Trustmaster GT from Youngs ago. Oh, what pedals have you got? Right, let's go. I'm expected 8 in this one. Do some build, XP1s, Sim Magic, Simicube. TLCM pedals. Can't say I've heard of them actually. Alfie, you heard of those pedals? I know I haven't. You actually have 2 race cars that make? Oh, wow. What cars would they be? Oh, the Trustmaster pedals, are they? Oh, the air load cell, yeah. I only use the Fanatec V2 Elites, which for the money, like, they're not even, well, they'd be just below mid-range, I suppose. But they're still good fucking pedals. Yeah, no amount of tech will fix my lack of skill either, compared to the aliens. E.F. Williams. Yeah, there's no substitute for real G-forces out of a car, is there? There really isn't. Even the fact that I drive a box fan for a living, at least you can actually feel the road bumps, the inertia, all of that. Yeah. I'm sure once you get your head around it, you'll still be pretty quick if you race cars anyway. Not my best four sector. What sort of force feedback number is on that Thrustmaster, by the way? Yeah. Would be some hell of a waste of money, Alfie, wouldn't it? There's a setting you probably haven't got turned up, but you might need to, which I will show you once quali is over. Is your wheel a direct drive or is it gear or belt driven? They have never used Thrustmaster, so check, Google it, what wheelbase you have, and see if it's gear, belt, or the DD, direct drive. It's belt driven, right, so this will work. Alfie is pretty much my one of my tech experts, cause I certainly amn't one. No. Oh, got away with that. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. After a little time, exit there. Yeah, your mate's one, your mate had a Fanatic CSL DD. I'm guessing, at the very least, yeah. Yeah, less notching and all of that stuff. It's a more fluid action on the steering wheel. And there I go, binning it again. Right. Just remember this one. Because you've got a belt system, go into your controls, go to force feedback, and this one that says minimum steering torque. Now, it's it's not for direct drives. Um, Whack that one up to as high as it goes. Oh, that's force feedback smoothing. I'm on the wrong one. This one. You should get a bit more feel out of what the car is doing. It's sort of designed for the weaker wheels. It's not going to be a complete game changer for you, but I do believe it actually does help people. I've put it I've shown people that way that advice to it, a few people, and they've come back to me and said it does help. As I said, it's not gonna not gonna be amazing or anything, but you will definitely feel more of the road, more of the rumble strips, all the good stuff. Fuck.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
Yeah, this game is quite heavy on your PC, so don't depending on your graphics card and all that stuff, don't go nuts putting it to ultra on everything. Frame rates are definitely more important. Hundred and 120. Yeah, if you get stable 120, you're doing fucking well out of that. Right. I am gonna
Formation lap
do my best to get a
started.
result out of this race this time, guys. I will be keeping an eye on the chat, but I definitely need to focus. Right. Second race. Come on, let's go.
Green flag.
Here we go. Green, green, green. Whoa. Holy mother. Oh, come on. I'm right on the inside there. That's on you, bud. You don't want to leave space. That's on you. I knew that was coming from Alfie. Okay, we are back to where we started.
Lap 209.14.
One off there in the sand. What the fuck, Amir?
That time was a 1:57.40.
Payback, Amir. Well, Alfie, do you know what? You've always said that I allow myself to get bullied a bit too much. That's one of those times I'm not. They can be rough at times. Hey, War, how you doing, buddy? It almost was. Amir's got a problem with me and I've got a problem with him. And we're both making it clear to each other that we have a problem with each other, I guess. Mir want the D. No, you don't get clipped that much. Well, depends on how bad the wing is actually damaged. Well, the wing is not actually damaged, it's more the splitter at the minute.
That's 158.5.
Oh yeah, not all the time, no. There is quite a bit of it, to be honest. I don't mind a bit of rubbing his racing, I really don't. I didn't like his move into that corner, and that kicked it all off. He got around me fair enough, but he fucked it up going through here. So he was over there, and it was more in this corner he actually really messed it up. I ducked to the inside, and that's when the shit really started to hit the fan with him. That's gonna be a track limit. They actually are supposed to be good representations. When you start this game up, you will only be allowed drive GT3 to start off with. You have to build up your safety rank first before you can consider getting into these types of cars. Fuck. That corner, that's twice I've done that today on that corner. No, it's not your fault. That's completely on me. I just lost focus going through there, and that's on me. Alright. Brian still mixed misses the Max Verstappen meme. I can't use it anymore. Oh. They have had help from professional drivers for this game. Like Daniel Morad is a professional GT3 driver. James Baldwin has given them help in the background. So yeah, it is regarded as pretty realistic, but without the G-forces, obviously. I do want to get back into a top 10. How long have we got? Alright, we still got 5 more laps.
920.4.57.
Yeah, he's a Mercedes sim driver, but they were getting help off him regarding the McLaren 720S, as he was driving that in real life in some Pro-Am series and stuff. Spa being one of them. Where else was he driving it? What's that? Oh, Jeddah. He got a drive in it for a team in Jeddah as well. Don't come back onto the fucking track like that, man. That's on you regarding. He knows I'm mid-turn there and just tries to drive off and cut off my fucking speed there. How you doing, How you doing, Egg? You were regarding, yeah. I know, that spin out that I cost myself on that corner again killed me. Here we go with Arsenio again.
That time was a 156.70.
So close to losing it through there all day today, and I don't normally mind it because I'm normally on top of that corner even when the car is sort of telling me what the fuck are you doing. Oh, come on, man. Get in the fucking turn, will you, for Christ's sake? In some ways I agree with you, but in a lot of ways I don't. There used to be a lot of shit talking on Forza, and most of the time it just became really distracting rather than, but sometimes it could be fucking fun. Oh, that was a joke, right, gotcha. He's not giving up this place easily, is he? Oh, come on, man. What was that dick's name? I've definitely had a... Like, what was I... Was I not supposed to brake at all in that turn? Even though he knows there's a turn coming? Like, I didn't particularly brake early either. I was looking to see where he was positioned. Morgan, was it? Fucking tires are shot.
That final day 202.52.
Not doing my trusted badge any good this race whatsoever between myself and Amir and Morgan. At least I don't have a puncture. You net coded if you're that net code, yeah, the new one. That wasn't net code with me there, that was just frustration and loss of focus. Put the car in pole in 15 at the turn 2 because I'm now be good braking. You got back up to 5th, did you? Good job, Ren. Good job. When you're really, really close to somebody on this game, the net code before the last update was really, really good. You could have really close battles with people and not be sent off into mad spins like iRacing would send you off into. Since they released the Daytona pack, they've changed whatever the protocol is for the net code, and there has been some issues with it. Not for everybody, but for a lot of people. So it can sort of create phantom collisions, whereas before it didn't. The net code was 100% pretty much spot on as to where your car was relative to the guy beside you, no matter what the ping or where you were in different countries. So there's a little bit of an issue that looking into it to fix it. I still let myself down a little bit in qualifying for this race, but I'm not impressed with a few people at the minute. definitely wasn't allowing myself to get bullied by a mare. Um, I really, honestly, why would that even be classed as an incident? Lots of fucking incidents in this. This is the one that sort of really kicked it off with me and Amir. I actually didn't feel any tap on him whatsoever. He might have with me, but no, I haven't intent murdered anyone in a while myself. I I definitely go for a move on him here, and I do late break. I really do. Yeah, but like, look at that there. Like, when it came to he braked a lot earlier than I did. I was almost fucking right alongside him. Look here, I'm a little bit late in turn in. Yeah, fine, but he still came across. That was a war of attrition, that race. Ah, that gonna stay. Yeah, I've lost a shit ton of DR as well. Do you know what? I really don't want to go back to Laguna today. Although something is telling me to go back there because it might actually be cleaner. We'll do this race and then I'll decide after that. Yeah, I still don't feel I'm on top of the braking with the P2s at the minute. So you can bully me. Hey Commander, how you doing, bud? What the fuck's all that? Who owns sorry, who owns all the toy or the dinkies? Who's that CSPT? Is that you that's in I think that's in your server there, Bren. Oh yeah, that's the only problem. I've tried to keep the adverts as minimal as possible, Shanky. Um, like shouldn't last too long. I was asking Bren. Somebody put up a photo in his server of shit ton of dinky toys, cars, blah blah blah. Yeah, I still like to try and keep it to a minimum as well. Like, I don't want people inundated with fucking ads and stuff. Like, to be honest, I do this for fun. I sometimes I take it more seriously than other times when it comes to the racing. Sometimes I don't. That's why in my bio, like, I say it that like my reactions are genuine reactions. Like it's because I don't know what I'm gonna be like from day to day on the stream. Like, there's nothing false about the way I react because it's just the way I actually react. I'm not trying to impress anyone. I do mostly do for fun. I do appreciate when people watch, obviously, but I'm not trying to be a Twitch millionaire or a YouTube millionaire. Although it would be nice. Where are you from, Shanky? By the way, not low effort. Um, I know you're probably joking, but SE. Um, Look, I do stream a bit more than I actually should, to be honest. Southeast. Oh yeah, I was. Do you know what? I was thinking with a name like Shanky. I was thinking you might be Irish. Brian in the chat. He's from Waterford. Where are you from in the southeast? So your mother's Irish Maltese. Now, when you say southeast, is that Southeast America or Southeast Ireland? Right. Oh, Kilkenny. Your nan was from Kilkenny. Southeast UK. Right, gotcha. So like what? Essex, Norfolk area, that sort of area over there, is it? I know I'm being nosy. Right. Do you know what? No matter what happens in Posh Southerner, right? Um, no matter who gets on my wick in this race, I'm gonna try and avoid um over fighting it. Just let me race and do the talking because I did get annoyed with Amir, to be honest. Henley. I've heard of Henley and Reading, yeah. Um, I've never been to London, and I don't actually have any plans to ever go. It's not a city that it's ever interested me all that much. I do know people that have gone and said, for a weekend break or whatever, it's great, but at the same time, pretty expensive all the same. But um, I've been to Madrid. I went to Madrid in 2014 and went to the Bernabeu, and that's some stadium. I really did like Madrid now. Madrid was lovely. I've been to Amsterdam, Las Vegas, Washington, New York. Washington just for a day, but stayed in New York back in 2000 and 2001. Oh, Madrid is lovely, mate. Madrid is lovely. Mm. Your mate, best mate was just over there, actually. He's only back about 3 weeks. Um, he went over there. His wife didn't want to go, but his daughter convinced him to go. She wanted the mother to go as well, but she just wouldn't fucking go. But he loved it. Um, that he had. Really expensive though. These days it was expensive when ah she's just mad. Honestly, once she says no to something, she very rarely ever changes her mind. She just wasn't really interested, in fairness. So, but him and the daughter went, and the two of them absolutely loved it. They were over there. They were catching a few of the World Cup matches while they were there and stuff. Not actually going to the games, but just the experience and the atmosphere in the bars and stuff like that. I'd I'd go back to Vegas in an act actually myself. Um, I wouldn't stay as long as I did the last time I was there for 9 nights, but I was on my own. Oh, Vegas is great, yeah. The thing about Vegas is I'd no interest in going there either, but my mate got married and I was the best man the year previous, and it changed my mind once I was there. Um, yeah, gambling. Went and did some go karting. Just took in the sights and stuff as well. We did it when the year he was getting married. We did a helicopter trip out over the Grand Canyon, landed in the desert, had some food, on a real walking ranch. Yeah, loads of stuff like that. Lots of drink, gambling, eating, and smoking. Uh, yeah, not in their case. It was pre-planned, very pre-planned. Well, they got married in the little white wedding chapel where Elvis got married. So the pink Cadillac was outside it, and yeah, man that was marrying them was an Elvis clone, which was funny. I couldn't take it that seriously though. I really couldn't. Trying not to fucking laugh. Yeah, took in the old Vegas plus the new strip. We were staying on the new strip, but Fremont Street is where the old Vegas began. Right, let's put our head down and get what I can only hope is going to be a half decent quality lap. Do something without that lock up. Why am I making these stupid mistakes today? Oh. Killed a little bit of tire there. Right. Come on.
Time 2:08.34.
I'd rather just lose a little bit of time through here and make it back up. By not spinning out on the corners I've already spun out on. Better through here this time, anyway. Oh my god! I don't know what the hell is happening to me right now. Yep. Gotta agree with you, Alfie. Gotta agree with you. Didn't trust myself not to spin out there. Yeah, but I'm still spinning out on turns that I don't normally do. Which is starting to get a little bit frustrating at the minute. I've got this lap to put in a fucking lap time.
Time 2:08.40.
You reckon, Alfie? I'll have to have a look at the tire attempts. Yeah, they're not the hottest tires in the world at the minute, to be honest. They should be green. This is not going to be a fast lap, I do know that, but I at least want to get around here without binning it this time. Oh, come on. Wasn't tire attempts, Alfie. It really wasn't. Oh. I'm trying to kill my fucking DR myself here, the way it's going. I'm expected 5th in this race. Yeah, hell of a drive for me to get back to 5th. I have a habit of doing that, believe it or not. Um, I really do jinx myself sometimes, and it was actually pointed out to me by other people. Um, and like I
Teams
started
and
noticing it then
drivers go
myself.
to the grid for a race start.
It can be, don't make a mistake, and I immediately make a mistake at the next turn, or I start talking myself up saying this is starting to look good, and then the mistake comes. It's sort of like, my new tire is on. Trust me, Shanky, I really can drive better than this. Just not with it at all. I'm just, do you know what? It's just because it's so fucking easy to do at home. I don't have anyone to tell me I shouldn't. No, I don't run the clutch pedal now. It's just I have a clutch on the pedal set, but I don't use it.
Formation lap has started.
It's purely yeah. I'm not vaping though. Yeah, it's just push and pull. What you doing, Mike? Come on. Yeah, as over time I used to use the clutch all right, but over time I trained myself to use my left foot for braking and just use the paddles for shifting. There's a lot to be said about left foot braking when you're using this system. It is quicker. Takes time to learn it though.
Green flag, green flag.
Here we go. Right. Full focus, guys. I got on here thinking I was actually gonna have some decent races today and drive half decent. I haven't. Wow. Oh, come on. Foot on brake, man. Holy shit. Wow. I'm up to 7th. What the fuck? That's crazy. Cannot believe I'm up to 7th already from, where was it, 19th? That's nuts. A little bit of front splitter damage, but we're good.
That time was a 2:08.90.
think Bearman is gonna try it again. Wow! Oh, for fuck's sake, Bearman. Honestly, what the fuck today? Aye. Oh, I've got to forget about Bearman and his poxy driving.
Lap 2:02.05.
Up yours, Alfie. Up yours. Yeah, I'd love him with a baseball bat in my hand, buddy. This is an ongoing thing with me and Alfie, Shanky. Don't take offence to it. Alfie is one of my moderators, by the way, bud, so... No, you didn't say that, and it's just the way me and Alfie go on. Within reason, everything goes, yeah. Like, yeah, now if I don't want you saying something, because I'll tell you. What lap was that on with Bearman? Lap 3, was it? Oh, a little dab on the brake there, just to steady her. I knew I had the steering wheel pretty straight. Still a little bit ropey on exit. As an Irishman, obviously, I'm not big on monarchies, no matter where they're from. Right, we're in 8. Can we make up any more of these places? I know I qualified really badly again. Got gifted a shit ton of places at the start of the race. That's the decision Hugo has made, not me. Why would that guy even attempt that? I nearly got wiped there because that guy behind me is an absolute clown. Well, not everybody over there. Some like the monarchy, and I know others don't. Same as anywhere else. They are good for tourism, I suppose. Really not on it today. I thought I was bad yesterday, but I'm definitely a shade worse today than I was yesterday. Really not feeling it today, Frankie. I really haven't. Plus as well, it's not helping that there's been people have been throwing some really dubious fucking moves. Oh, it is a mirror in P1, yeah. Like a second back approaching T1, and people are attempting absolute bombs from there and wiping people out. Just fucking ridiculous today. You'll find some of the same people in the races quite a bit, and other days completely random. See, what can happen there as well, Shanky, is if you end up losing your trusted badge and somebody gains one, say I have one but somebody gains one, you can end up in split 1 regardless of your lap time sometimes, and you'll see it in chat sometimes. Some of the guys, oh wow, lost force feedback there. Will be questioning what the fuck they're doing in there in the first place. And sometimes ego just gets in the way. For a lot of people, it's I'm in split 1. I can't be seen to be a bit slow. I have to try and attempt the dumbest of moves to try and prove how fast I am. You get me? For intent, reckon, yeah, they do. Definitely. Can take a little bit of time sometimes, but you've got to fully report it. And even for toxic chat, you can actually get reported and banned. I've had 2 guys banned for telling me to kill myself, basically. They got a month ban each, I think it was. Yeah, I'm a pretty easygoing guy most of the time. I do have my moments, but like that sort of shit, I just no time for. And another thing I can't stand is people using the R word in chat.
That's 155.80.
Correct. Nice one, Alfie. At least you put a. That's not the R word, and Alfie knows it. He's just put a smile on my face, though. Now, I'm not going to Laguna. As bad as the racing's been on here for the most part today, I'm just not going near Laguna. It's the word, that R word, that gets on my wick. No, it ends with ARD, so you can fill in the blank. Ooh.
That's 157.23.
Okay, one more lap to go after this. Really do want to have a look at that move that Bearman actually pulled on me. And absolutely wiped me out. I want to see if you guys think it was a shit move the way I do. Like, the door was always closing there, I was ahead of him, making me turn, and wallop. He decides he's gonna run into a closing door. Ah, yeah, no, I'm not gonna watch it until after the race. I've lost more DR for this race, but fuck it. Lap 1. Lap 1 was mental. The amount of places I ended up Well, after 4 turns, regaining. After, again, another really bad quali. I'm just going to settle for 8, guys.
Lap 157.15.
What the fuck now, game? Do you guys see that freeze? Yeah, the game on approach to T1 there, it froze for about a second and a half. That's why I ran off. I actually thought the game was gonna disconnect me completely. It didn't. It did come back. Look who's ahead of me, Beerman. I am blaming the game because it was the game. Was that lap 2 or lap 3 with Beerman? Anyone know, guys? Should find it easy enough anyway. Let's go to the incidents. Yeah, it must have been lap 3. What do you guys think? I was aware he was there. I was aware he was there, so on approach here, like, I knew he was somewhere around here. So what I was thinking was, like, even if he was still possibly eyeing it up, I didn't want to cut right to the fucking apex, and definitely that would have ended up in an accident. But I just don't really feel he should have actually went for this. I'm making me turn, and he just pretty much fucking straight lined me. Like I said, like, I knew where he was there, and I didn't want to just cut right across to that apex because that was a surefire way of getting hit. I thought maybe he'd be on the brakes a bit better, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Yeah, no, being half and half is fine. So like, but as I'm saying, like, if I had tried to cut right across to that apex, like, even though I was ahead of him, in my mind, that was asking for him to hit me. Um, thing is, at this point, he's not even alongside me, guys. So, yeah, he threw a bomb in, but go back. Do you know what I can do? I can actually change the camera angle. Let's see if we can. Right, here we go. Mm. Mm. From that angle, it's definitely more looking like that. I thought I'd actually allow them room. Um, yeah, I know what you're saying, Shanky, but isn't that still putting it into a closing door, though? You know what I mean? That space was always closing. Like, as you can see there, he's way behind. As I'm approaching the corner and making my braking. Hmm. Only when we're actually getting there. But I'd already started my turning. He just kept the extra speed. Yeah, it's a tough one. Hey, I lost my fucking driver, trusted driver badge. Isn't that a case though? Like as well, Shanky, that like he wasn't actually far enough alongside as we're actually getting to that corner. Like the only reason he ended up where he was is because he bombed it. So was he really entitled to more space than I actually gave him? Um, do you know what? No, he was too fast in there. Like I took pretty much the decent proper line. Yeah, honestly, that you should get on the track and actually when you have everything set up, try it and see what you think. You know what I mean? Because there's a certain line there. I was actually pretty much taking the racing line. He decided to throw the car in. Knowing that I would actually have to fucking, you know, keep turning. He knew I was heading out there to actually turn over. So, yeah. Uh, Personally, I wouldn't have attempted that move. I would have had to be a lot closer, like on his rear quarter panel. But he wasn't even close to being on my rear quarter panel as I was starting to fucking turn. No, that's the thing, frankly. Like, as I was fucking approaching the corner, I was on the brakes on the racing line and actually turning to continue on the racing line. He just cut on the inside and fucking like that's a really tight turn. So like he was pretty much always going to hit me. And I actually, as I said, I didn't want to cut across over onto the apex because I knew it was coming. Yeah, the overlap only came as I was actually making the turn. Oh, you didn't see what happened? Yeah, Alfie, I felt I was allowing him a bit of space as well. Like, I sort of expected him maybe to try and throw it in there, but I still thought that I left him some room. Um, but as I was saying, like as I was already starting the turn, I could have turned it over more towards the apex, but I was looking at the radar and I knew he was there, so I didn't want to risk completely shaving his car because that was a surefire way of getting hit. So I was relying on him not to straight line it into me as I was turning. Didn't work out that way anyway. Same as Twitch. What split are we in now? Split 3. Right, okay. And I'm expected second. You find it? Right. Now that we're in split 3, which can actually happen, will the racing actually be a little bit fucking cleaner? Who knows? Right, who are we gonna watch? You watching it, Alfie? Yeah, the opinion on that one seems to be a little bit divided, and that's fine. If I'm honest, I'm a little bit undecided with it myself. I know what I was expecting, and I know what I would have done. I would have backed out of that. As you're always gonna hit the guy that's in front of you in that turn. Unless I was actually alongside him, then I would have expected him to leave space if it was reversed. Right, anyway, let's get on with this quali. See what happens. Now we got to fight to get my trusted badge back yet again. She was slip sliding away through there. Doing that all day on that corner today. Oh, there comes the dreaded flat spot. That's another thing you'll find on this game as well, Shanky. You will actually feel flat spots. Most definitely. Probably not as rough as I feel them sometimes, depending on how strong your force feedback is. As good as it is to have, you know, force feedback telling you you have flat spots, it is slightly overdone. The worse the flat spot, the more vibration comes through your wheel, and you do notice the lack of grip as well. Your internet cut out. You actually think that's my fault? I definitely don't. Well, I wouldn't say definitely. He didn't even have a quarter of my panel on approach to that turn, which is what I would argue is him not being entitled to space as I'm making my turn in, even though I left him some. Yeah, it is one of those, Alfie, I do agree, but I would actually be more inclined to say that's him causing a collision. That's a real move or we crash tactic in a corner like this. I was already turning though, as he got alongside me. Come on. What are we hitting?
Lap 1, 55.3.
55.3. Lost a bit of time on that exit. But his chase camera is on board. I really did need to take that corner a lot better. I know I've shaved off a little bit of time. Come on. Not making up that time. Not in that stretch. Yeah, I didn't show his. I know, yeah. I actually never even thought of showing his, to be honest. Nice P1 for the rookie. Oh yeah, we finally gonna get a race in where there's gonna be fuck all incidents.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
Yeah, but I didn't have time, actually, in fairness, to react to that overlap. You know, as in, like, yeah, I could have reacted, tried to swing back out, but then that's a case of fucking allowing him to force me off track without contact. But that's where I would have ended up. So again, it's a case of, you know, move or be moved.
Formation lap has started.
That's for the your fault, dirty bastard. Yeah, we'll just have to agree to disagree on that one, Alfie. I'm gonna need it. I need, even though, oh my god, what's he doing? Holy shit. you, you don't see that very often at the start of a race on Bahrain.
Green flag.
Here we go. Green, green, green. And we have somebody with a DT already. Oh, come on. What the? Is it any wonder I lost my trusted driver badge? How much room do I have to give people? Still end up getting fucking hit. No, 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 no. And I have a puncture. I am having a day and a half on here today, am I? Remind me which thing, Alfie? Oh, the rotation. Right, another DNF to me tally. What I'm thinking instead is, let's have a look. I'm just done with Bahrain for today. I really am. Right, 124 LMP2, 19 LMP3s. I've had no practice for this, guys. I'm just gonna hop in and see what happens. We're getting pretty close to 300 DNFs on this game. That mistake, yeah, coming out of that turn, all on me. Just got clipped on the way out and straight over into the wall. So, yeah, not much you can do about that. I only need 4 more DNFs to hit 300. Yeah, I'll show you. I'm switching track, by the way. I'm getting into a P2. I'm having an absolute fucking disaster on here today, Shanky. P2, it's a faster version of the P3s that I was in. Prototypes. The P3 is slower than this. It's sort of a mix between how the GT3 handles and how the P2 does. You will see the speed difference, no doubt, pretty quick. Right. Okay, we're still right. Just lost it off the curb. Yeah, I ended up with a puncture out at Shanky, so yeah, I just decided to fucking here. I was about another halfway around the lap, and I was pit limiter on, and I went here. I'm out here. I'm done. Okay, how long until we get into Spa? I did register for Spa, didn't I? Yeah. What? Why is it saying Monza when it should be Spa? Oh, it's always been Monza, has it? Right, we're back to a bit of a multi-class here. This is also something you can look forward to, Shanky, as well. The multi-class racing. I love the multi-class racing on this. Spa is the special event. Why is it not showing the other cars overall? I don't know which one it is. Which of these are P2? That one? Oh, that, and have a look. Oh, open the rear brake duct. Alright, let's go. Oh, this is the one you gave me, Alfie, is it? Oh, mate. So I am. Good man. We'll we'll just get on with it, Alfie. Okay, we've still got pretty cold tires, so It is pretty nuts on the rear, Alfie. It really is. I think for the race I might change it to detached. Not particularly fussed about qualifying positions, everything else. I mean, this is one of those races where you need to survive lap one first and then let the race come to you anyway. How do you like the sound of these things, Shanky? Pretty poor middle sector. You're on a mobile there. Felt really ropey through there, Alfie. .37.4 from Cape. Really did expect to see the track limit up there. Lower the rake instead. starting to get used to the car a little bit, Alfie. Do you recommend lower the rake if it's on 1, is it?
That time was a 1:39.03.
And let's have a look at the setup, Alfie. What do you recommend,
Teams
Alfie?
and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
Right, I'll change my tires while I'm waiting. How many laps are we actually going to be down here? 19. Right, do you know what? Don't really have time to do anything else. I'm just going to go with that.
Formation lap has started.
Yep. Right. Gonna be interesting to see, I know, but it's a half-hour race, so we're not gonna need any pit stops anyway, that's for sure. Unless we end up in there from an accident. I've never had anyone put it to me quite like that. That's what I'm hoping for. I mean, I am expected second in this, but it's my first attempt at it. So, just gonna let the race flow and see where we end up. Clean start to T1 for me, anyway. Who got a 10-second penalty? Some guy in front of us. Oh! You were right about the depth matching themselves there, frankly. 2 DNFs already, and surprised that is not actually a yellow parabolica. Is now. Wow, fucking hell. Woo. What an absolutely crazy start to this race. I wouldn't say that, troll. How you doing today, bud? Alright, let's get our MFD ready for... Not expecting to hit P3s or GT3s anytime soon, but... Taking a bit too much of that forced Lesmo on the inside curb. Big slide on the way out. Come on. That guy had a 10-second penalty anyway, so as long as we were going to stay in range of him, probably going to take that place anyway. That gonna be our 4-track limit? I think it is. Double shifted there. Yeah, I do tend to full throttle it. Trying to find the balance between just enough and too little is a bit of a bitch with these cars. Aye, well, we're in the race. There's definitely some fun and games to come once we start coming across traffic. Pape is definitely quicker than me, so let's just sit in behind him. Try stick with him. He does have a 10-second penalty anyway. So close to losing it on the way out there. Aye. First of the GT3s are just ahead of us. Oh, Cape has binned it. He's binned it. Now that man, that was fucking deliberate. I did not mean to in any way tap him on the way by, but Oh, man.
Lap 2, 21.76.
Oh. Quite a lot of damage here. That was starting to go well. I did consider actually just sitting in, tucking in behind the GT3, and I really should have. I know I gave him a little bit of a side slap on the way by, but I did not expect him to. I've no idea, Alfie. I've no idea. Oh, I forgot to change my fuel. No wonder I'm sitting in here so fucking long. I normally take this out. I don't know what's going on with me the last couple of days, Alfie. I just, he got a drive through, did he? Yeah, there's, do you know what? There's a thing on the, MFD. Show you here. Helps you with your strategy. You can see, what you're using, blah blah blah, how much you have to lift and coast if you're gonna try and go for. Oh man, did it not change me fucking rear tire? It didn't. This is gonna be tricky now. I'm beginning to wonder whether I should just go back in and get that tire changed. Fuck it, we'll stay on it for one lap and see how we get on. Yeah, no, it's gonna fucking kill me. Worst I can finish is 9th. But at least at some point I can work on getting better lap times in. It's grind to absolute bits, Alfie, and it's trying to kill me on the right-handers as it is. I'll stay out for one more lap, I'll try it. You reckon? Just in case I do decide I'm gonna need to go in. Gotta get rid of that fuel. Hey, at least that left rear is coming up a little bit, but okay, not again, not ideal. I was running what, 6th with Cape having a 10-second penalty, but he binned it. Then I made a bad decision by being a bit too impatient trying to overtake that GT3, so that's on me. Oh, Rogowski is the guy that I had that incident with, but somebody's accusing him of trying to intent wreck everybody. We'll definitely have a look at that at the end of the stream. See if that was an intent wreck on me. Alright, he's the leader in P3s. I do not want to ruin his race, clearly. It was an intent wreck. Not the best I've taken that chicane. Yeah, it was just a little side slapper. But then, as I was hitting the Scary, yeah, just... there was no saving it. I was just applying the brake and, yeah, he ran right into the back of me. Alright, Alan has a DT, but that shouldn't matter. I don't know why I didn't actually choose to pick this all week, because I really do enjoy the multi-class. I was a little bit afraid of him coming into the back of me. Plus, I didn't feel I was quite on braking there. I could feel the car sliding as I was applying it. I don't really have trust in that right rear tyre at the minute. Shame about the damage to this rear tyre. Really can't push the car the way I want to. Who's that, Alfie? Who are you referring to? Because I haven't actually looked at the game chatting a bit. Not over there. Oh, over there. Right. Oh, look, Mauzi, yeah. Alfie hates Mauzi. Mauzi gear, he calls it Poundland. Okay, a lot of traffic to deal with here. Gotta be patient here, haven't I? Like no reason you can think of. Alright. Should have been doing this all week, guys. I really should have. Even though the race has not gone that well, I'm definitely having a lot more fun. It does, Ryan, doesn't it? It fucking does. I'll be doing this tomorrow, guys. I will. As long as I get home from work in time. I definitely do not want to interrupt this fight between these. Too much. Any update on when you're getting your PC back? Maybe you'll get it back before you're expecting, which would be good. Still a couple of weeks away, yeah? Yeah, I'd be cracking up if I had to send this PC back. I wouldn't know what the fuck to be doing with myself. I still have my Xbox there, but it definitely wouldn't be the same. I do. Even though today has been a complete shit show, I still love it. And my neighbours are going to be pretty happy now that this race is over. Because these floorboards are shaking like fuck. No, but I know they can. I definitely know they can because I can actually sort of hear it, even though I have engine sound, me talking, I can actually hear a bit of a rumble through the fucking floor. Yeah, absolutely. Right. Honestly, lap one on this, holy shit, was absolutely mental. Oh. As you can see, I didn't actually qualify too great, which is fine. But man, did I make up a few places in lap one. Watch this. So I'm 12th at the minute. How did I miss that other guy? It took a few laps for me to sort of find a little bit of a rhythm for this race. I do regret actually trying to overtake that GT3, but it seems he was a problem anyway, by trying to intent wreck people. So until we watch the incident with him, was it this lap or the next one coming through Parabolica? No, this one, look. What a crazy lap one. So, must have been lap 7 here with him. Yeah, he deliberately fucking wiped me out there. Yeah, 100% Alfie. Like I said, I do regret actually trying to overtake him. Yeah. But apparently, I seen it in game chat. Somebody else was accusing him of actually intent wrecking. I had to wait to see this incident, so yeah. I think I will actually report that guy tomorrow. I this chat. Why are you getting blocked? What sort of words? I don't really have too many restrictions on chat, to be honest, Shanky. So there are some words that aren't allowed. Yeah, what's the chat saying? Because Alfie is a moderator. Keeps blocking you though. Like you're chatting away here, so yeah, I don't get it. It says you're talking too much. Alfie, sort that out, will you? Please, bud. Do you know what? Apart from the intent wreck from that guy, that was the most enjoyable race I've actually had today. It really was. Don't know what's been the story with me the last 2 days, if I'm honest. Like, just not actually. Don't know. I've just not been in form. Really can't put my finger on it. But anyway, I do appreciate you guys still watching. I really do. As much of a shit show as it was. Shanky, unfortunately, I am gonna have to bounce. I'm in work at 6 o'clock in the morning. I do actually need to make me bed. No, but I do intend to be back on tomorrow. And if we are back on tomorrow, which I intend to be, we will be doing this again. Don't know what it is about the multi-class, but 100% multi-class seems to be where it's at for me these days. So I really should stick to it a lot more. I Right. Because I definitely know there's more lap time in me. 100%. Don't know what the crazy lap times are at the minute. 35, 9, 38. 100% I can get down to 37s. Um, it's a Twitch thing, is it? Yeah, you're a moderator on Twitch, Alfie. Um, I'll definitely have to have a look at that. That's for talking too much. What the fuck? Twitch is a funny thing at times. Um, yeah, I've got to go, unfortunately, because I really actually do want to do another one of these, but I don't have the time. Yeah, bit weird, Shanky. I don't know. Maybe it'll sort itself out tomorrow. Um, cool. Yeah. As I was saying to Shanky though, you're gonna when you start up, you're gonna be a rookie. It will rank you on your first 10 races. You need silver S1 to start getting into the faster cars. So you will be stuck in the GT3s for quite a while. Um, but the faster you get your safety rank up, this one, the quicker you'll be able to get into these cars. But yeah, get your rig set up. Give it a go, and I hope to meet you on track one of these days. Right, guys. Been a pleasure. Shanky, cheers for the chat. Right, guys. As I said, I do have to bounce. Right, Ryan. Hopefully you'll tune in tomorrow. I will 100% be aiming for doing this. No more Bahrain. Um, straight on to Monza here. Straight on to Monza. So I hope to see you guys then. Right, as usual from me, it is Shlán Lat, Garev Margud, and catch you guys on the next one. Film out. Have a great night, guys. Shlán.